Go fast. How do those biscuits look, Beth? They're good? All right. Just want to make sure. All right. So now, my 2 cents behind it.
You're sending this. Might as well let me lean on you.
We're gonna take our sausage. We're gonna take our onions out. All right. And what I'll do is I'm gonna add in a little bit of butter. All right, because without a doubt there is no fat on the bottom of the pan, and a lot of it depends on the actual sausage. Now you cook breakfast enough in the morning. There's some sausages that you cook and they're swimming in fat. Yeah. This ain't one of them.
But it makes a difference, Chef, if you just go and add the fat to it and then add your flour?
It does, only in the sense that we're not going to take away any flavor, simply because we're keeping everything in this pan. Okay?
You said you were going to take it out.
Yeah, I'm going to take it out only because I want to make up the roux without it being in there.
I just thought that the flavor, as you make it, with the meat in there presently, as well as the drippings in the bottom of the pan.
Just enhance it?
Just enhance
Yeah, you can. I would also be afraid as well, though, you will disintegrate with the little bit that you have in there because you're going to be doing what? Constantly whipping. Alright. So I'm going to add just a little. And then we haven't lost anything because we're going to put it all back in there. Alright? So I'm going to use this to kind of deglaze. And if you look, you see that everything starts to come off the bottom. So all your flavor's still there. Still smells pretty good, yes? Everybody's happy, right, Leo?
That was it. Drop it, hit I'm hitting the backboard, dunking it.
All right.
If that happens, then we need to do it.
And you know what I do? I don't need to take that.
I'm going to whisk in.
Had a sure grip on it. Never happened.
So now I'm picking up everything off the bottom. Yep. And now I start to add in a little bit of milk.
You got this on the low heat?
Low heat. Well, I got medium heat. I'm not going to say low heat. I got medium heat. Probably now I'm going to have that whisk. I'm going to change over to my whisk. Thank you. Pour in a little bit more. And as you can see, we are not going to be Snow White. This is not going to be a Snow White gravy.
This is black and white.
It looks black and white on the screen.
Not to me.
Alright, now keep in mind the chunks that you see in there, you still got some roux, alright, which I'm whisking out. And it'll start to dissipate more as I add in more milk. And you still got some onion and you still got some sausage in there as well. Alright? But we all know that when we make a bechamel, we got to let it cook down. We want to get what? Get the flour taste out. What's the one thing you haven't seen me put in there yet?
The onion.
Seasoning. Alright.
Season after you finish cooking.
After you finish cooking, that's right. Alright. So, what else was on that recipe? You had the nutmeg, the cayenne, and what else? Salt. Okay. So, here's my 2 cents. Alright. I'll turn it up just a little. We'll let it start to cook down. And the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stop whisking. Once I got the flour cooked down, once I got the flour out. Alright. Biscuits good? Alright. So, I still have salt, I have cayenne, and I have nutmeg to still add to it, all right? And as it cooks, you start to see it thicken, all right? You see it, if you've never heard of it, nappe stage around the sides, all right, meaning it coats the back of the spoon.
What do you mean, first, man? I thought they kept saying nappy. It's like, what?
All right, so what I'm gonna do now,
Can you come out here?
as it cooks down, I'm gonna add back in my sausage and my onions. I will now add in, this nutmeg thing, I'm all about a pinch of nutmeg.
Pinch, man.
All right,
Big 2 ounces.
just a pinch, okay? Just a pinch.
Maybe 2 pinches. Maybe 2 pinches.
That'd be on yours.
All right. See?
Comical, all right? I mean, just straight comedy. All right. Here's my 2 cents behind. I'm gonna turn it down. Absolutely. The reason why I want to taste it is because there's sodium in
In the pork.
the pork. Very good.
Also in the butter, if you
Right.
got not
Yeah.
salted.
If it's unsalted butter, there are places that use salted butter. All right. So
That's a good color.
Try to.
Perfect.
it's okay. Does it need salt? Yes. But that's something that you need to determine. Okay? That's something that you need to determine. All right. So I will take 1, 2. And even then, some of you will try it and say, Chef, this still needs more salt. Remember, ladies and gentlemen,
Not personal preference.
it's not about you. That's exactly right. If
I know it's not me.
you're gonna be in this business
I feel like people.
and you trying to make money and get people to pay you, then you have got to learn to pay to the masses. If you don't, ladies and gentlemen, your business will not be long lived. Let that sit a second.
I prefer you to get
And you add some salt and pepper shakers before you eat. And I'm like,
You go out to eat.
we don't have them.
People do.
You wonder why there's none on the table, because you don't need. This is the baby. I couldn't please me, I couldn't please the man. Yeah. Yeah, down beach tomorrow, I'm gonna show you what some, chip beef supposed to look like.
I just need you to show me that you know how to do it.
The only difference between
I think
that
the second, third turned out a little darker than the first generation.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, beef steak.
It looks a little bit better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think people say those look better than those.
Yeah, chip beef sauce.
And that third one looks bigger than all of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with chip beef. All right, so I'll leave the cayenne and salt out, because I'm sure everybody. I gotta have it.
What are you talking about? That's just for her.
That's actually better.
What was that?
Kind of like everybody says seasoning. Seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Seasoning's like the pork.
Yeah, it's a matter of taste.
But everybody has a different
All right.
taste and taste.
Now,
You're right. And I learned that because my roommate, you got some this, you're going to make you cook, you're going to eat how I eat. So they got used to it. It's still hot for them, but they like it. And I'm cook every day.
So, yeah.
all right,
So
so.
my sister and my dad, they like theirs hot and spicy. That's why I don't like it too hot, because then you don't taste the flavor and the taste until they're you focus on how hot it is.
A bunch of gallons in there. All right.
What are you looking for?
Milk.
You'll get some.
Black alcohol. Black alcohol.
You got cherries right over there.
I don't know about I might have, because I did that where I put my foot and I hit the same spot. I don't know if you picking up the wrong way. May have like treat it again, but it hurts.
Did you bend over to pick something up? Or did
I picked it up, and I didn't think
No.
it was hurt.
how did you pick it up? Did you bend
I
over?
picked it up.
That's
And I put my back right.
You know what you're supposed to do when you bend?
Bend your knees.
Oh.
Yeah, no, but it's how it works, right? Get that part, pick it up.
I don't know, I think I screwed my back up doing all that. So.
I already messed up my back. I left weight. I didn't lift it right one day. And I was
Remind me anything?
So, just so everybody realizes,
oh,
all your,
Dairy.
yeah, it's in the back.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna add a little bit, just to help thin it out. Just a little. All right, now. And then with that, you have to go back and reseason.
great.
All right. Anytime you add something into something, you got to go back and reseason, check your seasoning. All right. So now, here we go. So these are your initial biscuits, and this is the second and third run. To me, they, you know, Gates said it, they look just as good as the first. All right. No, this is good.
Boy, that's boy.
All right. So
Yep, to me.
I always. So the thing to keep in mind, like I said, I'm always thinking about, because you are a student, I'm thinking down the road. And the whole notion is, whatever your business is going to be, all right, you got to make sure that you can account for all of your products. The recipe sheets that we have, the whole nine. So today, yeah, don't get me wrong, it wasn't the best thing. I threw away maybe a penny, half a penny, whatever. That adds up over time. So you try to make sure you utilize everything, all right? Tomorrow, once you have your biscuits and your gravy, you'll turn out your product, okay? You make up one, however you want to do it, all right? But we all know it's primarily a breakfast, you know, serving. Now, when you do it, just my 2 cents. You are doing something for an everyday person who is purchasing your food. You don't need to make up 3 and 4 on a plate, smother them, you're like, chef, bam, there it is.
Wait a second.
All right? If you think, you know, if you put a little thought at this, you're talking about what? Carbs. This is a plate of carbs and a little bit of protein. Okay? Once again, if you're into the healthy thing, this is not the field to be in. Think about, you know, granted it is early in the morning, this is breakfast, so it's right on time. And we're going to wash it down with chocolate chip cookies in a minute. All right?
So the biscuits, sausage gravy, it's always been 2 biscuits coming with the gravy.
All right. So here's what I'll do. You guys can help yourself. There's plates, there's spoons. Like I said, my 2 cents. I left the salt and cayenne out for you because I know. All right. Make yourself a plate. Break bread for about 10 minutes, and then we start on the next thing. All right.